Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. How's everyone doing? So we might not be able to see you, so you need to say hello in the chat box so that we know that you're alive, you're well, you're here. OMG, you're all coming in now. Oh, hi. Hi, everyone. Oh, it's lovely to see you, and it's really amazing to be doing our webinars.
We miss you all your regulars.
Yeah, we do actually, and I really miss not seeing everyone. So it's super awesome to be able to host this webinar, and this will be the first in a series. We're going to start doing them every Thursday. If you prefer a better time, then do give us that feedback, because that would help us as well. We'll try and put them in a time of day that's going to be fairly convenient for everyone. But sometimes we might have an American speaker, so we might go a little bit into the afternoon. But we all have lots of responsibilities to manage these days with homeschooling. I know that Christian's become an expert professor. and so it's really great to be able to do this, and we want to try and make sure that it fits in for everyone. Now, on the right-hand side of your screens, I'm going to point to mine, but you may not see it. You will see a questions area, which is different to the chat area that you're in right now. So if you want to pose questions as we go through, then please just put them into there. And also, just one more thing before we get started. Please make sure that, who's come in? Oh, we miss you too, Christian. Is that Christian?
No, it was Peter saying that.
Oh, that's lovely. That's very distracting. I must not look at that as we go through this.
I'll keep an eye on it while you're talking to her.
Okay, so everybody here is going to be struggling today with FBM. I know I am, and so we want to make sure that we get you all of the answers that you need. And in particular, we have an amazing guest here called 𝗳𝐻𝐸. Is that the right way to say your surname?
It's actually Lijtmaer, but close enough.
Lijtmaer. Okay, got it. So Diego runs a business called bezos.ai. Now, hands up who thinks that's a pretty cool name, huh? Because I do, yeah. And he's going to talk about a service that he's able to offer to the community in the UK, and it's really awesome. We have experienced something similar both with him and with another company in the US, and it really, really solves a lot of your problems to do with FBM. So without further ado, I'm going to hand over to Diego, who's going to take over.
Well, thank you very much. Hello, everyone. I am going to share a screen, and please let me know if you can see my screen. Can you see it?
We can. We've got the your kind of Mac bar at the bottom of the screen, but yeah, we can see.
Well, let's see. What up? One second.
Yeah, that's better.
There you go.
Perfect.
Yes. Okay. I'm seeing. Wait. I'm just.
Sorry, I must apologize. I must apologize. Tim was not late on purpose. I sent him the link about 1 minute before we started, so it's my fault that Tim is late coming on. But we'll introduce Tim later. Over to you, Diego.
No worries. So hi guys. So basically, I want to do a short presentation about Bezos and how we are currently helping Amazon sellers navigating through these difficult times that we all are going through. First of all, I hope everybody is keeping themselves safe and that everybody is well. So why are we doing this talk? So basically, a few days ago, Amazon came out to all Amazon sellers and to the world saying that they were going to impose some restrictions to FBA. I'm here putting in the slide the official message that they put, but basically they were restricting FBA access to what they call non-essential products. Now, they said that these restrictions would be applied until, I believe, next week or end of this week. But we know that given the uncertainty of what's happening with the coronavirus, we don't know if those measures will be lifted or not. And that prompted a lot of Amazon sellers that put a lot of Amazon sellers in a very difficult situation, as you may imagine. In terms of what are essential products for Amazon FBA, they listed these 6 categories: baby products, pet supplies, grocery, beauty, health and household, and industrial and scientific. And everything that is not those categories will be having a restriction for FBA. And that prompted a lot of Amazon sellers to look for alternatives. And the good news is that there are a lot of alternatives out there. And the most obvious one is to turn yourself into FBM or MFN, as some other people call it, which is called Fulfilled by Merchant or Merchant Fulfilled Network. One of the other options that you can actually do is, and I'm not going to go through this in detail, is to explore expanding your own e-commerce channels as an alternative to Amazon. It's always very good to diversify your risk, and this is a clear example why this is a good idea. So going back to FBM, that means, what means FBM means basically that you can sell on Amazon and the seller will take care of the dispatch and the delivery of the products. So the merchants will be fulfilling it. And what are the advantages or benefits of using FBM versus FBA, let's say? And I put it in 3 main buckets. The first one has to do with inventory optimization. So with FBM, you can have all the inventory of all your different channels in one place. And that becomes very handy when I'm sure most of us, we have limits in terms of our financial resources. So what we do with the inventory is very important. So having it all in one place and being able to distribute the inventory depending on what channel is required is an advantage. Comes to my next point, which is having flexibility in the inventory position in Amazon. With FBM, you don't have to commit a minimum amount of inventory like you do with FBA. And by doing that, you can actually maximize the use of that inventory without being penalized by the Amazon score. And the last one is you don't need to pre-bundle products like FBA requires you to do. Let's say an example that you have a product that has 2 components. If you were going to sell them in Amazon, you'll have to build those components into one product. And let's say you have different types, 3 different types, that makes it 6 types of products that you have. So in order to send it to FBA, you'll need to bundle them and send it straight through. With MFN or FBM, you can actually send the components to your third-party logistics provider, and they can do the combination and bundling when an order comes through. And that allows you to really maximize your inventory, or optimizing your inventory by minimizing the number of components that you would that you would have. The second one is being personalized. So by doing MFN, you can actually choose what type of packaging you can have, and also provided that they're within the Amazon guidelines, that you can have your own branded packaging or any other packaging that you may choose for your products. And you can also put inserts or anything that has to do that will allow you to highlight your brand a little bit better with Amazon sellers. And finally, it's about pricing and about control. FBM, what allows you to do is you can have better control over your delivery options. There's a wide array of delivery options out there for Amazon sellers. You could be doing 24-hour delivery, 48 or standard, and you can actually choose which ones you want to offer to your clients. You can also choose in terms of pricing if you want to either offer a free delivery or if you want to pass on some of the costs to your end consumer. And these final 2 advantages that are Bezos specifically, some of the other fulfillment providers, they might not have it or they might have it. but I just want to highlight that these are specific for my company. So in Bezos, there's no surge in storage pricing, so you have a guarantee on the pricing that you have for the whole year. So it doesn't work like FBA. And the other one that is quite relevant in order to understand how pricing works for FBA versus FBM is that whereas FBA charges you one delivery fee and one fulfillment fee per item, what we do at Bezos is that we charge you one delivery fee per order. That means that if you have more than one item that goes to the same address, you will be charged one delivery fee instead of multiple like FBA does. So those are the main benefits of using Fulfilled by Merchant. There's another option that Amazon gives sellers, which is what we call Seller Fulfilled Prime, or SFP. So Seller Fulfilled Prime is basically very similar to Merchant Fulfilled in the sense that you can actually store your products and you are in charge of dispatching the products to the carriers. But SFP has some main advantages versus MFN. Number one of the features is that you get the Prime badge. So by being SFP, you can reach the Prime members. And as you may already know, that can enhance and maximize your sales. Number two, you compete more effectively for the buy box by having SFP versus not. Then you are requested to do all your orders on a free one-day delivery if you want to be part of SFP. So you need to take this into account when you're making a decision of each product, which product you want to put into SFP. Another benefit that you have by using SFP is that you get Amazon after service experience. So Amazon will take care of all the customer queries for you. You also get access to the lighting deals by being a Prime, having the Prime badge. And finally, Amazon will get all the tracking and all the information back to you and to the customers. There are some requirements in order to be eligible for SFP. You need to ship over 99% of your orders on time. You need to have a cancellation rate of less than 1%. You need to buy the shipping labels through Amazon. You can only deliver, it's only for the UK in this case, you can only do the deliveries using one of the SFP allowed carriers, which in this case are Royal Mail, DPD, and Amazon Shipping. You need to agree to the Amazon returns policy, and you need to allow all the customer service inquiries to be dealt by Amazon. And there's a trial period. So at the beginning, even though you won't have the Prime badge, you will need to be treating your products as if they were. And in the trial period, they will be looking at different KPIs. One of them is to have more than 25 standard or premium orders, 99% on-time shipment rate, 98% of by delivery services, and less than 0.5% of cancellation rate. So this is basically the main alternative that Amazon has for non-FBA solutions, basically. And the good news is that my company Bezos is providing those services. So I want to spend a few minutes to tell you about my company. So Bezos, yes, it's in honor of our dear Jeff, who we're trying to pay homage to him, the person who changed the history of e-commerce and logistics. So we named the company after him. And just as a side note, we own the trademark in the UK and Europe, so we can actually use that name. So we are a fulfillment as a service platform for e-commerce sellers. What does it mean? We are a technology-first company, and this is a very different thing than being a fulfillment center. So we have a mission. We saw a big gap in the market. I'm going to tell you about my background and my partner's background in a minute, but we saw a big gap in the market, which is we want to help e-commerce sellers grow by providing a one-stop shop fulfillment solution that will allow them to save time, money, and headaches, regardless of the sales channel that they use. We launched the platform last year. We are fully funded, and we are what they call an asset light. So we don't operate the warehouses. We partner with a large network of both warehouses, locker networks, last mile carriers, which do the traditional deliveries, but also same-day deliveries, etc. So what we want to become is we want to connect all the existing available and make it really easy for sellers to get access to that supply that right now they don't have access to unless they do FBA. So we have, up until now, we have one of the largest networks in the UK with more than 15 warehouses across the country, but we are growing that network week after week. We specialize in omni-channel fulfillment, so it doesn't matter if you do direct to consumer, you do business to consumer, business to business, if you sell to small retailers or bigger retailers or small retailers. We fulfill orders for marketplaces like eBay, Amazon, Etsy, you name it. We do a lot of services like FBA prep, among others. And we have done a lot of partnership with some of the key players in the industry at a UK level. Our objective this year is to nail down the value proposition for the UK, but we are by the end of the year, our ambition is to move into European level and replicate what we're doing in the UK in the whole Europe. A little bit, I'm not gonna bore you with this slide, but a little bit about us and who built this company, who's behind this company. My name is Diego. I spent the last 3 years working at Just Eat, the food delivery app. I used to be the director of business development and logistics, so I built the whole last mile logistics from ground up for Just Eat. That went from 0 to 1 million orders a month after 18 months. And my business partner Vernon, he used to be a director at Amazon, running one of the divisions called Amazon Flex. So we have a lot of experience in the last mile, and that's why we saw the opportunity in the gap, and we're doing this full time. And below you can see the people that are part of our board of directors and advisors, and also investors in our company. The former CEO of Just Eat, the current MD of international and global consumer at Trainline, Alidad, the former head of Google AI, Apurv, and the former CTO of Just Eat, Fernando. So all these people, we are behind and trying to create a new company in this segment that we see very fragmented. What we do is, it's a very simple thing. We're a one-stop shop for e-commerce logistics. We want to provide what we call the 5 services. Number 1 is the shipping checkout. We want to connect with, if you have your own website or through Amazon or any marketplace, we want to connect with the shipping checkout and provide as many options as we can in order to make sure that all your end consumers can have access to as many options as they want to. And ultimately, we believe that will increase conversion in your sales. Then we provide storage, fulfillment, which is a pick, packing, and label, the last mile delivery, and the returns. And we take care of everything on behalf of online sellers. And I'm not going to take much longer. These are some of the last slides about our value proposition. So we split it up in 4 main buckets, and this is important because this is what differentiates us from a traditional fulfillment center. And I think this is very important, at least for us. We want to give the best seller experience. What does it mean? We want to make sure that you get onboarded really fast. We want to offer no minimum volume. So regardless of the size of your business, we want to take you and we want to help you grow. So we don't ask for minimum volumes. We provide a very easy to use interface, and we're going to see it a little bit afterwards. And we provide choice and flexibility. We can provide different type of services. You need reworks, you need FBA prep, you need B2B, you need B2C, you need sales for all your different channels. You get it with us. And finally, we provide technology. So we're investing most of our money into creating technology and features and products that will allow you to have a better experience in managing a very complex thing, which is e-commerce logistics. The second is the support that we offer. And I think this is a big differentiating point. So we have a team that has proactive account management. So if you work with us, you'll get someone or a team that will look after you and after your clients. And not only we provide with notification and information and analytics, but when something goes wrong, we make sure that we let you know before your end customer tells you that something is wrong. And that's very important. We want to turn this thing around. Normally, when we see and we speak with other sellers where something goes wrong, the client, the end consumer, complains to the seller, and then the seller talks to the fulfillment center, then the fulfillment center talks to the carrier. In this case, we want to turn it around. So we have alerting systems that allows us to anticipate when a problem is happening, that an order is not being delivered or versus the promised time. And first of all, we do two things. One is we contact the seller and we agree with him what we're going to be doing in terms of communication with the end consumer. And second, we make sure that we talk to the carrier, and we have special lines and customer service access to those carriers, and we can have a fast resolution times of all the problems. The next one is about pricing, and I have another slide on pricing. So basically, we are able to offer lower costs if you were going directly to all these suppliers, because we have the benefits of having aggregated volume. So we are able to pass on some of those discounts to you guys. And then the pricing is pretty simple. We found that a lot of fulfillment centers, they charge different prices, and sometimes it's quite obscure the way they charge things. We're making it very simple. I'm gonna show you that in a minute. We have no hidden costs. We don't charge platform fees. We don't charge integration costs. There's absolutely no hidden cost for us. You do a pay as you go. You pay for storage, you pay for your fulfillment, and you pay for your delivery, nothing else. And in terms of visibility, we have our technology that allows you to see your inventory position at all times, see all the order statuses, and we provide you with all the tracking links to see what is the status of all the orders. And also you can create your own reports in terms of sales, inventory position, etc. How it works, very simple. You create an account with us, you connect all your sales channels, you send us your inventory through an ASN that you can create in our platform, very similar to Seller Central. You start selling, and all the sales, they go through our platform directly. There's nothing that you need to do. When an order comes through, we receive the order, we pick, pack it, and ship it on the same day if the order is received before 3 p.m. And then you get notified of every step of the way of what's happening with that order. It's very simple. The pricing, as I said, is very simple and pay as you go. So the storage we charge on a per cubic feet per week. The fulfillment, we charge a first pick per item, and then a subsequent pick per item, which is a lower cost. So if you have more than one item per order, you'll get it cheaper. And again, let me repeat this, that you don't pay delivery per item, you pay delivery per order. And the cost of the last mile delivery will depend on 4 things. Number 1 is the speed of delivery. Do you want it 24 hour, you want it 48 hours, or you want standard, which is 3 to 5 days. The weight, obviously, so there's different prices depending on the weight. The size, does it fit on the letter, or it's going to be a parcel, and then the level of tracking that you want to give. So you have absolutely no tracking to limited tracking to full tracking. And finally, the returns are being charged on reception. If you want us to check and do something with the products, there will be an additional price. I have a walkthrough of the platform. I'm going to try to show it to you. I'm going to do it 1 second. Playback speed normally. So basically, let me just go back. So you log into your account, and you have this landing page where you can actually add different modules. So you can completely customize what you see in your landing page. So you can create your own reports, revenue, top selling SKUs, revenue by channel, etc. And you can again customize this. Then you can go to your products. You can see all your products in the platform with the inventory. Where are they located? In which warehouse? Then you can create your own products in our platform. I'm just doing a small test right now for you to see. You can easily edit them. That's the product created. You create bundles. So this is very flexible. So if you have more than one component per product, you can create the bundles here. And we can bundle them in the warehouse every time an order comes through. That's another advantage versus FBA will charge you and I to do this. I'm adding bundles with multiple products. And then you can create an ASN, a shipment notification. When you want to send us your inventory, you tell us when you want to send us inventory. Then you give us the details of what you want to send. And after submitting it, you will receive a confirmation email from us. And our warehouse, or the warehouse that you're sending the products, will be notified, and we will be taking it from there. When the orders arrive to the warehouse, they have less than 24 hours SLA to put them on stock, so you can start selling straight away, and we will be notifying you when the orders arrive to the warehouse, but also when it's ready to be sold. Then you can create an order yourself, a manual order, if you want to override the API from Amazon, so you can add manual orders. So this system basically is really, really flexible. This also serves to do orders when you want to do B2B orders. Just skip a little bit this. So you're adding a manual order. Finally, the integrations. So we have several integrations to connect you with. So you can see here, so it's very wide, and we have more than 30 channels. And then finally, the reports that you can create whatever reports you want. You can customize your own reports and make it your own. And also you can create email alerts. That's basically a walkthrough to our platform, and I just want to finalize by letting you know that speaking to the guys at ScaleForEtail, we want to offer you an exclusive offer, which is if you are willing to try Bezos and try my company, we want to give you a free, what we call a risk-free 30-day trial. So basically, if you send us your products for 30 days, we wouldn't charge you for the inbound, for the receiving of the products. We wouldn't charge you for the storage for the first 30 days. And we will be offering you free pick and pack fees for the first 30 days. So the only thing that you will need to pay is the delivery fee for those 30 days to see if you're happy with our service. And this is an offer we want to extend to you. So if you're interested, you can email me at diego@bezos.ai and just name ScaleForEtail. And that's about it. Yeah. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And I apologize for talking too much.
No, I think it was fine. It was a little bit difficult to see the trial, but it would be really great, I think, if we begin to address some of the questions.
Sure. Let me just. I don't know how to stop presenting, or did I already?
It's okay. You've done that. You're
okay.
back to.
I can do that, I think.
Okay. Christian, do you want to read out the questions and handle that side of things?
Yeah, but before we go on to that, a few other things just to talk about from the seller side.